Greetings, I'm Alan Matthews from Classical Guitar Shed, and in this video we're going to be talking about what to do when things go wrong in a performance. You're playing, everything's going so well, and then things just go to smash. And what do you do in that situation so that you can save the day and finish your piece in style and people actually accept and still enjoy the performance? That's what we're going to be talking about in this video. So before we talk about correcting for errors in a performance, the best thing that you could possibly do would be to prevent them and not make them in the first place. And so to do that, it's going to be focus in practice, know your sections of music, so have somewhere to jump to so that you don't have to start all the way at the very beginning if you mess up halfway through. So split your piece into sections and be able to start at each of those sections. It's a really good preparation. Know your tempos. If you start too fast, then you'll probably mess up and have to deal with something, or else it's just not going to be as musical or clean as you would like it to be. So know your tempos, know what speeds you are, take a breath, think about those beforehand, and play in the desired tempo at the desired speed, and that will preclude a lot of them. Once you've got those and you've been practicing well and everything else, you just have to accept that things may go south in a performance, that there may be some sort of distraction. Somebody may fall off of their chair. That actually, I saw that happen once. A teacher of mine sitting there, somebody in a front row literally like passed out and fell out of her chair, and he just kept right on playing. It was a brilliant stroke of focus and just staying with the path right there. But these things happen. So know that things can go wrong, and when they do, deal with them then. So we'll talk about three different things we can do, three different approaches to recovering here. The first is the poker face. Just don't even show that you did something wrong. Did you know that there were wrong notes in there? Maybe if you knew the piece, but if you didn't, then you might not. And that's because I just kept a poker face the whole time. In practice, in the practice room and in lessons, try to default to this. Try to, whenever you make a mistake, whatever you're doing, don't make grimaces and, oh man, I messed up. Keep the poker face and don't acknowledge mistakes as a habit, and then whenever you get in front of people, you will acknowledge mistakes less. So the poker face is a great default. So just keep going. Also, this is just a side note, you'll get more points with people if you continue the race than if you quit in the middle. If at all you can, keep going, always keep going. Even if it's just brutal, people will understand, finish the race. The second approach we can take is to double down so that you're, you think you can take me? No way, I'm gonna just, and so this is just like a attitude like, oh yeah, bring it on, let's do this. And just like, it's like taking a big ship and just steering it by sheer force, just digging in and just and turning it back the way that you want to go. So this is just tripling, quadrupling your focus, listening to every note, doing whatever has to do, just boom, double down on it. And the third is to just accept defeat with a smile. So I heard a story about Pepe Romero, the great guitarist, who was with this orchestra, and he just kept fumbling at this spot and like really bad, derailing. And they'd stop, back up a little bit. This is on stage, and can play through it, and he bombed it again and again and again. And finally, he just had to say, oh well. And people loved it. They actually enjoyed it more than if he would have played it perfectly. And it's because it really showed that he was human, one, that he wasn't so fragile that he was falling apart up there. So he didn't make it uncomfortable for people, right? Literally tried everything before finally throwing in the towel, and then they just jumped to a different section and just kept playing. If you have to accept defeat, if it truly is just off the rails, then do it so that people know that you're okay with it. That it's just like, oh, sorry about that. Do it with a smile. Don't let them see the shame and humiliation and everything else that you'll certainly be feeling at that moment, more than likely. And instead, just give them a style. And remember that they're there even if it's just a couple people in your living room, that they genuinely like you and want to like you and want you to succeed. And part of that is they just want you to feel okay about it because you're sharing something. So if you do have to throw in the towel, don't just give up and stop. If you do have to, like, try everything first to get through it, even if it's just brutal. And then if you can't, then do it very accommodatingly and just say, you know what, I'm human. Sorry guys, it's just not happening this time. So to prepare, again, it's always best to be prepared first off. Know sections in your music instead of just having to go back to the beginning. Know your tempo so you don't start too fast. And hold it all very loosely. And know that this is just a game. We're sharing something. It's like, you can think of it as a kid handing somebody a drawing that they did with their crayons. They're not self-conscious about it. It's a gift. Of course, it's not a Rembrandt. It is what it is. I give it with pure love and generosity. Here it is. Take it as you will. If you can have that attitude in your music, it'll make it much better to recover when the inevitable wrong note or buzz or slip or misfire, whatever it is, happens. Hope that helps. Good luck. And if you haven't subscribed to this channel, please do. And I look forward to seeing you again soon. Take care. Bye-bye.